Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pinke, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Fidelity, which is one of the largest asset managers in the world, planning to come out with the Bitcoin ETF. And if this happens, the first ETF in the US, that could be actually definitely massive. The second news, it's not that bullish because Dalio is actually saying in an interview that there is a good probability of a US Bitcoin ban. Let's talk about that. And the third news is all about that Deutsche Banks says 52% of its investors expect Bitcoin below 60K in 12 months. So they also not that bullish about that. So all this in today's video. Guys, and if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you would like to get daily cryptocurrency and blockchain news, then go for it. Hit the subscribe button, bell button, and all, and also hit the like button if you want this content to spread to others. I give you a free course if you're a beginner, how to start to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Actually, it's not just for beginners. A lot of useful things which you must do before you invest, or if you have started to invest, then fix these issues if you left those out, okay? The link is under this video. There's another course and there are other useful links. Check them out. You can save them, save on these offers a lot. And now let's move on and check out how the market looks like. So what we can see today morning, what a morning again, a correction time. 52,546 US dollar is the Bitcoin at the present, which is more than 4% decrease in the last 24 hours. We have Ethereum again at 1,584,000 and minus 6% going down. And when we're looking at the winners, we still have winners, even in these shady times. Pundiax, 25% up, Voyager token 14%, Harmony 7%. But of course, we do have losers. We have Theta Fuel minus 18%, minus 80% also IOTA, Theta minus 17%, and some of them. So some of them are bullish, some of them are bearish, and Bitcoin, Ethereum is still going sideways, not looking for new all-time highs at the present. And also, I think it's worth to talk about. Let's check out a couple of these Bitcoin charts. You know, I drew this trend line here, and this trend line was, you know, broken. Check this out. Actually, it went down, and this doesn't look too good, to be honest with you. If here is a correction coming again, then it can go down even more. You know, at 47,000, we do have about here, you know, support level. So this could definitely help. Maybe because there was a lot of volume which went in. But another interesting thing I would like to point out, when we move on to the weekly chart, I drew this blue line here, and this is the 20-week moving average. And many times Bitcoin price does come back to 20-week moving average, as you can see it here when you're looking at this blue line. And now, since here, we haven't even touched it, not even get close to it. So if it comes close to it, it might can go down to 35,000, but it's not that likely, to be honest with you, because there are so many support levels. People think Bitcoin is a great investment. So, you know, that would be probably too low. This was the period when actually Elon Musk was kind of buying Bitcoin and invested a lot from Tesla's money. But, you know, we have a strong support at 47,000. So it's more likely that it will be holding before. But now we can see that our trend line, it's not really holding. And now it's broken. Yeah, when we're looking at this, it's not that bullish at the moment. And another bearish thing, if you look at this, this is the US dollar currency index. And look, recently, the value of US dollar, it's going up. And always when it goes up, then stock and, you know, other things, just like Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, they also go down. And as you can see, since last March, so a year ago. This was the chart which fell like, tremendously. Look at this, went down. And just recently we can see here some recovery. And if this recovery is happening and this will continue, this is definitely not good for stock and Bitcoin. So overall, I think that I still thinking bullish in long term, but we might see a couple of weeks of sideways or even downturn. We will see how the market will react. Any kind of massive news can move the market. However, I also have to admit that, yesterday's announcement when Elon Musk said that officially US customers can pay for a Tesla car by Bitcoin. This was great news for Bitcoin. It moved the market a tiny bit, but check this out, not a lot. So even Elon word, when he says something, it had the last push than previously. Remember when Elon just posted Bitcoin, everybody was major excited. So now we need new announcement, new excitement to turn this back, but this is now the present case. Obviously, every weekday I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news, so I will keep an eye on it and I keep you up to date, no question. Just very important to subscribe, okay? And now it's time to move on to the first news, which is actually a bullish one in a way that Fidelity, which is one of the largest asset managers in the world, is planning to come out with the Bitcoin ETF. We have some ETFs, in Canada and some other part of the world, but the big one we're waiting for is the US ETF. This would be very important. And there are a couple of, companies, they already applied for it, but they were still rejected. And now Fidelity, which is one of the largest asset managers in the world, is now planning a Bitcoin ETF. So the push is still on. Sooner or later, a Bitcoin ETF will come. It can be this year, really, in 2021. And this would be actually massive for Bitcoin. This is actually no question. So Fidelity Investment unveiled plans Wednesday to launch an exchange trade fund. So this is the ETF, that tracks the price of Bitcoin, featuring the money managers push to bring cryptocurrency to mainstream finance. Definitely a Bitcoin ETF in the US. This will do a lot for making Bitcoin a bit more mainstream. An ETF called Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust will aim to match an index, takes spot price from various Bitcoin markets, including popular exchanges, Fidelity said in security filings. The ETF, which requires a Security and Exchange Commission approval, what happened here, guy? Okay, now we're back. Would mark a major step forward in the firm's Bitcoin ambitions. If it approved, the ETF could be available for purchase on the large brokerage and wealth management platforms that oversee trillions of dollars of individuals' investors' assets. The SEC has repeatedly rejected applications for Bitcoin ETFs. So this is the fact. Blocking investors from buying into market through a financial vehicle whose low fees and tax advantages have helped upend the way stock and bond funds are sold. But the industry remains hopeful some funds will eventually break through. Which one? We don't know. There is a push. They're rejecting, but they cannot do it probably forever. So we will see how this going to work out. This is definitely a bullish news. Of course, this hasn't happened yet. This is just a plan, but a push from Fidelity and from some other asset managers, I think it's a great thing that they would like to go in this way. Okay, the second news I would like to talk about, it's a bit more bearish, as Ray Dalio is saying that actually a Bitcoin ban in the US has a good chance. Of course, we know that you cannot ban Bitcoin in a way that they just come and take Bitcoin away from you. What they can do is they can put it in the regulations that you are not allowed to own a Bitcoin, and you have to, like, just with gold, it was back in the 1930s. You have to give it to the state, and well, this wouldn't be too nice. And according to this news, hedge fund manager Ray Dalio says good probability of a US Bitcoin ban. The US could repeat its 1930s ban on gold ownership, but for Bitcoin. That happens because government leaders at the time did not want gold to compete with fiat money and credit as a store of wealth, Dalio added. What's happening now with Bitcoin? It's out of their control. However, Jerome Powell said that Bitcoin, it's not competing with dollar. It's rather competing with gold. Some different views. So they don't want other monies to be operating or competing because things can get out of control. So I think that it would be very likely that they will have that you will have it under a certain set of circumstances outlawed the way gold was outlawed. Well, is there a chance? Of course, there's always a chance, but more and more industries are getting into this crypto business. More and more money goes into it. It will be less and less likely to ban Bitcoin even in this way. They cannot really take away your Bitcoin. They just can say at this, he's saying it's all about the US. Of course, whatever happens in the US, it has a huge impact on the world. But this is just Ray Dalio's skepticism about Bitcoin. But definitely, we have to take this point because it did happen in the 1930s when, gold ownership wasn't allowed in the US. Couple of years later, what happened? They fixed it, of course. But it took a couple of years why they couldn't hold gold. And if that's happened to Bitcoin, this would be definitely a bearish thing. So, but just interesting to play with the idea. Another news I would like to talk about is that Deutsche Bank is saying that 52% of its investors expect Bitcoin below 60K in 12 months. So they saying, yeah, well, Bitcoin will go up, but then it will come down again. We have heard so many predictions that Bitcoin going to 100,000 and then from 150, then 200. The Winklevoss brothers saying it would be $500,000 pretty soon. But then we have now Deutsche Bank and their investors. And these guys now saying that 52% of them, so the majority, that Bitcoin can be under 60K in 12 months' time. So Deutsche Bank investors clients mostly see limited upside in Bitcoin this year and expect decline towards 20 and 40,000 in 12 months. A 12 months BTC forecast is more evenly distributed versus the 3 month forecast, though a major 52% of respondents see price under 60,000. So just what I said. 69% of respondents think Bitcoin is more likely to fail by half of in 12 months compared to 65 in February. So now more people from that believe in that. Only 23% of respondents said they have ever bought Bitcoin for their personal investment. So actually not the majority. And over 40% of respondents under 35 have bought Bitcoin compared to just 13% of over 55. So the more people, the younger generation are those who bought, but not a big percentage from them. So that means they're not a big believer in Bitcoin, and that makes this 52% skepticism that Bitcoin can be under 60K in 12 months. Of course, which can happen is that we have now this bull market, this nice uptrend, and it might finish in autumn, and then we can see a significant drop. As we have seen it before when Bitcoin went from 1,000 US dollar to 20, and then it fell down, and in last March it was like 4,000 or something, so not even close to its previous all-time high. So now it's the previous all-time high, 20,000. Bitcoin goes up to 100 and something, for instance, and then it comes back to 50,000. Is that likely? Of course, this is possible. When it will happen, how the things are changing now, all these regulations, Bitcoin ETF is coming. So there are so many things which can move the price either way. So of course, there's a question mark what's going to happen. Right now, I think the trend is still bullish. What we can see now, it's another correction. If you're in this crypto world for years, then for you, this is another Thursday, nothing special. If you're a newbie in crypto and Bitcoin, then you have worries. Now think you can see just the clouds and you think, okay, now the time is over. I do believe that this trend is still going up. Maybe in April, we can see some green numbers, nice numbers again. Historically, March was always bearish month, going down or even sideways. But right now we're on the 25th of March, getting out of it. And maybe there is new blue skies coming up. So we will see. Definitely stay tuned. Like this content, smash the like button if you like this, what you have seen, and also spread the information on YouTube. And if you would like to stay up to date, because it's very important in this volatile market, then subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, bell button, and all, and then you will get the notification as soon as a new video is out. And I'm coming with the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news every weekday. So from Monday to Friday, you're getting this here on Blockchain Bloom. Check out the free course as well. Under the video, you can find the link. And of course, tomorrow I'm coming back, as I said, with the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. I wish you a great day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.